This is the shoe I wore to the date. Intimate with you because I want to be sure that I can date you. Like my reaction in my head was, get me out of here. But in real life, I was like, oh no. I put the shoe here and I ran. Like when we were about to start arguing about a glass of wine before we even start the date. It's giving controlling. When I come out on a second date with him, like I knew that meal would be 100 and something euros, like 1,000 something. So I'm like, hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. So in today's video we're doing a story time. It's been a long time since I did one of these, but I'm like, you know what, I really enjoy doing them, and so much drama has been going on in my life, and I just have so many stories and so many things to share with you guys. So what better way than to do another story time? Oh yeah, let's get into the video. If you're not subscribed, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, we're gonna fight. And if you're subscribed, please turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post. And whether you're subscribed or not subscribed, please give this video a thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other people. Okay, so let's get into the video. Today's story time, me and my friends had gone to church, right? As usual, we're church kids, cool kids, God's kids. We go to church on a Sunday. It's an amazing time in the presence of God. We have fun. We're happy after the service. Our spirits are bubbling. We're just excited. So we're like, guys, let's go out to eat, you know, like instead of just going home like after such a wonderful service, let's actually do something. So cool, we go out, we decide to go to an African restaurant to go, you know, have some food or whatever. Fine. So we go, we get there, it's nice, it's good vibes. So the place is small, the restaurant is small. So as we walk in there, like these three men sitting inside the restaurant. Obviously I think they were finishing eating, and I asked one of the guys what he was eating because like I'm not West African. I didn't know the meal, and even if I sit on the menu, I don't know what it was. So I asked him because it looked good and I wanted to have it. So he's like, it's groundnut soup or something like that. Groundnut soup and banku. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, it looks so good. Cool. So we continue, we go to like look for a table. The place is full, so the way the guy serving there is like, you guys should sit outside, it's easier. So we sit outside, me and my friends start looking at the menu, blah blah blah. Then those guys, the one who I asked for the what meal he was having, he comes outside to come and sit with us, right? No, he doesn't come outside to sit with us, he just comes outside, and then he starts, you know, you guys from here, blah blah blah, you know, that vibe, like you're trying to get into people's business but you can't just get into people's business. Yeah, that's what he was doing. So long story short, you guys, he ends up sitting there talking to us, and we're just tolerating him at this point because yeah. So we're going through the menu, blah blah blah, we end up ordering. Now we're waiting for our food, which by the way took the longest time. So this guy is now sitting down with us, and then two of his friends who are outside come and join us. So we're sitting there chatting, talking, and then name them. Let's give them names, right? The first guy who comes out for the first time, let's call him Fred. Okay, then the second guy who comes out to actually talk to me, like he comes to sit with us. All the three of them came to sit with us, but the second guy who is of main topic of in this story time, let's call him Gabo. If you're Botswana, it's a Botswana name, so I know not all my subscribers are Botswana, but Gabo is a Botswana name. Cool. So Gabo comes to sit outside with us there, and yeah, he's sitting outside, blah blah blah. So we're just there tolerating them, you know, those men who are just like flies around you, like, yeah, it was that kind of vibe. So they're sitting there, what are you guys ordering? Do you want us to pay your bill, blah blah blah? And we're like, no, we got it, it's cool, you know. Yeah, so and then we're sitting, eating. Then I stand up to go and take pictures because the place had nice views. So I stand up to go take pictures. Then Gabo stands up as well, comes to me, he's like, oh my gosh, you are so beautiful. I want to take me with you to Ghana. Mind you, this man was Ghanaian. I want to take you back to Ghana, you know. I have to marry you. You're the woman of my dreams. Just love bombing and saying all sorts of ridiculous things that you don't say to someone on their first meet. And I'm like, chill, calm down, relax, okay? I know I'm all that, but chill. Yeah, so I mean, he was really a nice guy, let me not lie. He was good vibes, he was good company. It's just he was going too far. So I just told him, relax. I know where you're going, but don't overdo it. Okay, so he seems really nice and cool or whatever. So I give him my number because I felt like he was a nice guy and I wouldn't mind talking to him. He was really chill compared to Fred, who was just all over our space. Cool, we finished eating. I have to go home because I have to work. My friends also have to go home. So yeah. So me and Gabo start talking now. We're texting. He's really nice, really nice. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, good vibes. Good vibes. He was texting me, good morning, have you eaten, blah blah blah. Mind you, the previous day he had even told me that I smell so good. That was my perfume. So I told him the name of my perfume and he saw it online and then he ordered it. And the next day when we were texting, he sent me a picture, like he had what on the box of the perfume. Mind you, the perfume is very expensive. Okay, I got you this bottle yesterday as a surprise because you smell so good, in case so that when the one you're using runs out, you have another one. So I'm like, oh, that's so cute, thank you. Yeah, so he's like he's here he was where we were on holiday for a few days and he was leaving in 2 days, right? So okay, he's like, so I want to see you, I just want to go on a date with you, get to know you more, talk to you, blah blah blah, I'm really interested in you. So I'm like, what, why not? You know, I personally don't see a reason not to. Cool. So we set a date. He's like, pick any restaurant of your choice and send it to me, send me the address, blah blah blah. Cool. I would do all that. It's good vibes. We're going on a date that evening. Yeah, we're going on a date that evening. It's amazing. I'm really excited because I feel like genuinely he's a nice guy. Cool. So yeah, the day comes, the evening comes, I do my makeup, look really nice, really cute, whatever. Since he's new in the country, told me to call the cab from my place, no, to call the cab from his place to my place, then the restaurant. And I'm like, child, no ways you're gonna know my address, no ways. And I'm like, no, you know what I'm gonna do, since you're a bit further or whatever, I'm gonna call the address from my place to your place, then to the thingy. I didn't even do that. So anyway, I get dressed and I'm ready and I call the address. I first called, you know, normally you can put like multiple addresses. I didn't do that because I didn't trust the way he was moving, but I'm smart. So this is what I did. I ordered the cab from my place to his place and then got out of the cab and then called another cab from his place to the restaurant and then called him down when that cab came so that he wouldn't have anywhere to source my address from. Cool. So we go to the restaurant. It's a 5-star restaurant, really nice. The ambience, chef's kiss. The food, it was so good. Cool. So we get there, you know, and I'm high maintenance, so I chose an expensive restaurant. So we go there, we're ordering, we start to order. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have pasta with shrimps or something, and he was like, whatever I'm having he's gonna have. Cool. And then we just ordered drinks as well. So I'm like, I don't drink, I'm not going to take alcohol because I don't drink. He's like, oh no, even a little. And I'm like, no, I don't drink at all and I don't want to drink today. He's like, no, you should like take a glass of wine or something, you can even take sweet wine. I'm like, oh no. Then I reverted to alcohol makes me sick and I'm allergic, and he still insisted. He's like, no, you should take something, even if it's small, like you can sip from my glass, but make sure that you should make sure that you drink something. You can't just come out to such an expensive restaurant and you don't try their range of wine. So I'm like, okay, sure. Because like at this point I felt like we were about to start arguing about a glass of wine before we even start the date. Cool. So we order the drinks, he orders wine, and I order a virgin mojito. So the drinks come and I didn't drink my wine, I just let it sit there. And he's like, why aren't you drinking your wine, blah blah blah, why aren't you drinking your wine, what's the problem? Like, no, I'll drink it after I've eaten. So I'm just sipping on my mojito, the food comes and we're talking, I'm getting to know him, and it's giving controlling. Like everything that I say I'm doing, he's like, you should do this. Like I told him I'm graduating, I would be graduating, you know, in a few few years or in a few months, because I don't want you guys to know when the story time is from. And he's like, after you graduate you should do this. And I'm like, no, I actually want to do this. He's like, no, you should do this. So I was just getting so many red flags. You know, I really get worried when people say you date someone for like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 months and you don't know if you can be with them, like if you want to marry them. I already knew in that instant, like, this man, I don't even want to come out on a second date with him. Like, I knew. So he's just controlling, and then he gets into this mood of like, I don't know how to explain it, but the shift was just weird, but I saw it. So then he starts saying, so what are you doing after this, right? I'm like, oh no, I just want to go home because I have an assignment, I have to work, blah blah blah. He's like, how much do you make an hour? And I'm like, well, how does that affect the price of bananas? And he's like, oh no, I want you to spend the next 12 hours with me because, you know, I'm flying out in 2 days and I won't see you for a long time, blah blah blah. So I want you to spend, you're not going home today, we're going to spend the rest of the night, even tomorrow morning, together. So I'm like, no, you know, like in my head, like my reaction in my head was, get me out of here. But in real life I was like, oh no. So he's like, how much do you earn an hour? And let's say for example purposes, I said I earn 36 euros an hour, 360 bula or 400 bula an hour. He's like, okay, I'll pay you 800 bula an hour if you don't go home and you stay with me. I'm like, okay, so let's say that I do stay here with you. What exactly do you want to do? Because it's like 8 p.m, movies are closed, most restaurants you have to make a reservation, you know, what do you want to, like, what exactly do you want to do? So he's like, oh no, don't be stupid, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, excuse me, can you be more specific? And this whole time I'm just eating my food, looking at him, like giving this really serious concerned face, confused, like, what are you talking about, you know? So he's like, and you know, there are hotels here, I want to get to know you more, I want to get intimate with you because I want to be sure that I can date you. Did I not die? Oh my gosh, did I not die? I laughed so much. Okay. You guys, hey, mind you, I'm in a situation like it's a 5-star restaurant. It's a 5-star restaurant. Like, I was looking at the menu, like my own meal is like 85 euros, like plus like 900 pula before the drinks, before his meal. So maybe total of that meal would be 100 and something euros, like 1,000 something. So I'm like, I'm not gonna pay that kind of money. If I say to this guy that this is not gonna happen, what if he gets angry and walks out? It's not me that's gonna be washing dishes in this place for the next week to cover that bill. No. So I decided to play along. So I'm like, oh, you should have just said so. If that's what you wanted, you should have just said so. I would have cancelled my plans so that we meet it. But now I can't because I already have to go home. I have other commitments. It's like, what other commitments? What other commitments? So things are becoming tighter. Things are becoming tighter by the minute, if you know what I mean. So okay, cool. So he's like, okay, so let me look for a hotel. Oh, I'm like, I'm like, I have to complete an assignment, so I have to go home, and I didn't bring my laptop. So he's like, okay, no, we can go home, pick up your laptop, and then I can book us a hotel and we can just spend the night together. So I'm like, you know what, that's actually a brilliant idea. Let's do that. Let's spend the night together. Let's, you know, let me let you get intimate with me so that you can know whether you want to date me or not, you know, because that's how we do things nowadays. So cool. He's like, okay, you should order a cab because, like, yeah, like I said, he's a tourist, so he doesn't know the place around. So I'm like, okay, let me order the cab to my place, then to the hotel, right? So then I watch him. I'll put the video here. I watched him like look for a hotel, book it, and he called the people. He was like, okay, he's gonna pay on arrival just for that night. At this point, my spirit is bubbling in tongues. Shakaya Prakidesa Kontastataya. Jesus, 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 save me. How did I get myself into this situation? Oh my God, was I not scared? I started sending my friends, my other friends, my location. Anyways, we finish eating. It's good vibes. He pays the bill. We call the cab. So I called the cab. So let's say I stay. My address is Brooklyn Street 85, right? I called my street. I called the cab to I don't know, Corona Way 90, which is like, let's say, a kilometer from my house, right? And then I called it to the hotel. So it was from the restaurant to Corona Street and then to the hotel. And Corona Street is like a kilometer from my place, right? So I call the cab. It's good vibes. He's so excited, like I can see it in his face. He even called his friend. He's like, he's like, hi, speaking in pidgin. Not expect me for house this night, or like, don't expect me, I'm not coming back, okay? Like, I'm not coming back, I'm going to spend the night out, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon, blah 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 blah. Cool. So we call the cab comes, we get going, we get into the cab, and I decided to sit in front and let him sit at the back. So I'm like, no, I'm just more comfortable sitting in the front. It's just how it's always been, you know. So let me show you guys the heel I was wearing. So this is the shoe I wore to the date. This is the shoe I wore to the date, okay? So so that you guys understand what I'm about to tell you. So we call the cab. It's like a 20-minute drive to Corona Way. So when I got to Corona Way, I'm like, coming back. Let me go pick up my laptop, and then we can go to the hotel and also, you know, just freshen up for you. You guys, I got out of the cab, removed my heels, put the shoe here, and ran and ran for my life, okay? Like if someone, you guys, like, I can run. Normally, that when I walk, like when I like go for my jogs or whatever, that from that place to my house, if I'm walking like briskly, like, you know, just walking, listening to music, that walk takes me like 20 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes I was in my house. I put the shoe here and I ran for my dear life. Got out of the cab, like there was like a little a way like where I had to turn, and then I would walk to my place, right? So I stopped the cab like here, so it's like a way like this, right? So I stopped, the cab stopped here. I'm like, no, it's here, it's okay, my house is just there, I can just walk up, you can just watch me, but I need to, you know. So the cab stopped here, and then I just walked a bit, and like there's like a bridge, so you can't see whether I went this way or this. I turned this way, and I ran for my life. I ran for my life. Got into my house and locked the door. No, got into my apartment, locked the door. And then I sent him a message. I'll put it here. I sent him a message. I'm like, hey, the whole thing is not my thing. I'm not a prostitute, and I'm not that kind of girl. I don't want to sleep with you, you know, for money, and I don't even want to sleep with you, whatever. So yeah, I'll show you guys the message. I'm paraphrasing. So and then it's like, and then I blocked him. As soon as he showed one tick, I blocked him because. Yeah, so he also had my Instagram and my no, he didn't have my Instagram, but his friend had my Instagram. So I blocked his friend on Instagram, and he had my Snapchat as well, so I blocked him on Snapchat. No, I didn't block him on Snapchat. So I get into my house, I lock. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus. And then I sent the message and blocked him. Then he sent me a message with another number. He's like, hey babe, why would you block me? I love you so much. I just wanted to show you how much I love you. I'll show you guys the messages. It was so creepy. Why would you block me? If I offended you, I'm sorry. Did the hotel thing offend you? I didn't even reply. I'm like, you don't even see how that's offensive? That's insulting? You don't see that? Anyway, I blocked him there. Then he sent me a message on Snapchat. He's like, you're the love of my life. Why are you breaking my heart? Oh! At this point, I'm like, who is this psychopath? Like, aren't you getting the message? Aren't you getting the message? So I blocked him on Snapchat as well. And then I slept. You know, I went to sleep. Everything was okay. I went to sleep. the next morning, oh, by the way, during our dinner, he was like, oh, tomorrow morning I want us to go to the gym as well. You know, since we'll be at a hotel, we can just go down to the gym after breakfast and work out together. So I was like, yeah, why not? Sure. Did he not text me the next morning at 5:45 a.m. saying, hey, are you still coming to the gym with me? And in my head, I'm like, this man is a psychopath for real. Like, and then I blocked him there as well. I don't even know. I just saw that whole week I was so conscious, like going out of my house and just coming in. I was just so scared because I was like, why men can really be persistent in a very disgusting way, you know? So yeah, guys, that's my ordeal. That's what I had to go through, you know, in the name of you are giving. People say go out. How will you get into a relationship if you don't date, or whatever. That's not what I'm saying, but I was giving the guy a chance and he turns out to be a psychopath. And do you know what's scary? These people look normal on the outside. Like when you look at him, you think, oh my god, what a decent guy, you know, what a normal guy. And this guy had this mentality of money solves everything. Like literally every not problem I would say, but maybe let's say I'm talking and I'm like, maybe I really work hard to finance my lifestyle. I really work hard to make sure that I have everything that I want, blah blah blah. He's like, oh no, I can give you money for that. You don't have to do that if you're with me. You know, you can just sit at home and I'll give you all the money. And I'm like, no, that's not even like interesting. Then what's my purpose in life, you know? He's like, oh no, like I can give you all the money you need. It's so annoying when men think that your whole life revolves around them solving your problems with money. So yeah, guys, that's what happened. that's basically the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video because I enjoyed making it. Ever since that day when I was running from the cab, running home, in my head I was like, this is gonna make it an excellent story time. Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy watching my video. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you guys would like to see more story times about my experiences, please do let me know in the comment section. If you're subscribed, please don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so that you know you get notified every time I post. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other people. I love you guys so much. And whilst you're waiting for my next post next week, please do make sure to watch my other videos. Love you guys and see you soon.